Hello gamer, welcome! The sound is too low. I forgot to put it on the normal amount. Shield your ears. There we go. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy 14. Oh, we're getting more into the story today. Really looking forward to it. So, no dilly-dallying, let's get into it. Now, as for how we proceed from here... The villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the Crystarium. They seem to be accepting their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the Warrior of Darkness has come. 'Tis to be expected. Dweshe, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement with this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in a maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as a legendary warrior of darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although my concerns are more focused on Yulmore. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Vothri responds to all of this. Okay. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, a joy you surely brought into being. And I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. 'Tis my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden and has since departed for parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folk not to question this either. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And to think, you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask after all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the Pendant? Please let Bargy know that we're bringing in a number of injured, and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. I got you. We should start making our way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive so too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village top to bottom, Alice. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those eaters, and I can't rest, not now. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while. And that means you as well, Doache. I shall be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later, when I feel myself again. She's just gotta hit some things to get her feelings out. Just you and me then, shall we? Whoa, hold on. Ooh! Oh, I think that's new artifact gear for astrologians. Let's see. Ugh. Oh my god! She looks so good! Yes! Oh, I need to get Astrologian to level 90 now. This is my gem. Oh! Oh, yeah. I still had some money from when I traded my consoles in at the game store, so I got a Steam gift card. And with that, I bought both the butler outfit and the maid outfit for Doache. I'm planning on taking 2 pictures. Like, get you a warrior of light who can do both. You know, sometimes Doache is a little femme, sometimes she's a little butch. She likes to switch it up. Oh, look, I flew and ran all the way there. Are you proud of me? No teleporting. No teleporting needed. Alpino. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there's something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Bragi, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Doache. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alce both. Good night, my baby boy. It's the middle of the day, but it's okay. You, what are you wearing? Ooh. Very nice. Aye, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every stumbling soul in the city? I see. Well, Captain Leanne can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment, if you're carrying messages for the guard, does that mean you were there then? The battle at Holminster? A stalwart lass like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs. Make yourself known. I'm sure Glenard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. Yeah. I think it's because you have to go up a bunch of stairs to get there. Wouldn't that be hard if you're drunk? Boom, boom, boom. Just people rolling off the stairs after a long night. Well, my foot is getting better and better, so at least I didn't break anything, which was what I was afraid of. Because it hurt like a bench. Yeah, better and better every day. Ciela, more beer for table 2. And a couple of pints of meat for table 3 while you're at it. No, that's okay. Coming right up. No worries. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet today, miss. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Oh, that Braggy has a twisted sense of humor. Ah ha ha, to think he'd sent you to me at a time like this. The first real night in near 100 years has folks all riled up and then some. What's more, there was that eater business at Holminster Switch. They say Lightwarden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was a warrior of darkness who did the deed. I really must apologize for Glenard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around the Queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day. Praise the blessed shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads. And our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays, a class of eaters that have been dubbed the cardinal virtues. The virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the description given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they're also reported to be as tough as light wardens, not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the warrior of darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. That Hume over there with the oversized sword is grandson. He is in it for revenge, wants to recruit a comrade-in-arms as tenacious as he is. The Mistel lad is Lurik. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Sarek. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help him fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Giot, a dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer, and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect the bounty on a cardinal virtue. Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so those are the role-specific quests. You have a role for, or a role quest for tanks, for healers, for range DPS, and for melee DPS. I don't know how it's going to work with replaying, but if we don't get to do it like inside the playthrough, I might just finish it up, and then afterwards we will do all of the role quests. Ooh, yeah. Little spot for the thing there. Let's see if there's a ghost in my room. Oh, wait. You had actual dialogue. Welcome back, miss. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar, but will you be retiring to your quarters? Sure. Very good. In light of the present situation, I have had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, miss. Oh, you're right. Ooh, beautiful. Wow. Hey, guy.
So it's your lot's turn to be the warriors of darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
Been watching, have you?
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden. Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin? Aye. Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
So this is what the light was hiding.
Who's that?
She's here. I must go to her.
Another daughter. Target acquired. Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Hey, Estinian.
Out of my way!
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy. When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own, they tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear the receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radians said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
I find the idea of Tataru and Kryl just hounding Estinian like, hey, come work for us, come work for us. He's like in hiding with a hoodie on, and then Tataru's just like standing in front of him like, hey, hello. I have this membership application for you. And he's like, how did you find me? Like, well, I had Kryl track you down through a very intensive etherical manipulation spell. No biggie. So you want to join us? These Lelas are too strong. Tatara has everyone wrapped around her fingers, to be honest. Ah, begging your pardons, miss, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it, Yulmore has dispatched his military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating a response. Oh, we're going to war with Yulmar, let's go! I do like that they intersperse the gameplay in the first with some little look-sees at what's going on the source. I enjoy that.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish. Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
He looks like a normal guy, not a villain at all.
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmor's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthri, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmor considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthri. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmor's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
Nope.
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Fuck that.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmor chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmor has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
What?
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He will be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Oh yeah, I love it. So pretty. Everything in the Cursal Tower is so pretty. Let's go! It is story time once again. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I've finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say. For while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck! Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Book does not appear to be here. Oh, fine. Completing my vistas. Book does not appear to be here. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the illustrated tale of the Oracle of Light. Yay! Have you found the book? Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Oh, look at him! That's so cute! Holding the book like that. That's adorable. Oh, shit. He said something about... Alright, let's begin. It began 100 years ago, when the flood of light threatened to swallow Northrend. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair spun gold and eyes of the clearest sapphire. Yeah. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet, with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her word, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmor, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Northrend on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories of the knowledge of her the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minvilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yulmoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name. For by that time, under Lord Vothri's rule, Yulmor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yulmoran's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Dwache, outside? Aw, Morin is so scrungly. So cute. Baby. It's so funny, like, people are... And I don't mean that to dunk on people, but people are like, oh yes, I ship my Warrior of Light with Y'shtola. I ship my Warrior of Light with Thancred or with Urianger. And I'm just like, I ship my Warrior of Light with NPC number 365. Called having brain worms. As you will have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there is plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelin's blessings. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side. Right, Dwashe? Quite? I see you've made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. Oh, you gonna ask me to marry you? First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yomoran forces at Lax and Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmore ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So, if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, to the people of the Crystarium. No, I'm the main character.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. "'Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you." My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far.
Every time someone says breast in this game, as in meaning like chest, I'm always like, hee 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 hee, booby.
Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
Exarch trans confirmed.
My lord, you already know our minds.
It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions.
Oh, that's a
The
good
flow
accent.
of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. See to your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Lena. Captain. So, you will be joining the guard. But however highly the XR thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? Better. More spirited than the XR's feeble attempts, certainly. Now, first things first, you will need uniforms. Go to the crystalline mean and report to Catelys. She will see you measured and fitted. Okay. Ah, and there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it that you look your dashing best for your first outing. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's a ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well then, see to it. And have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy a Morrow to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job and the other from the Ostal Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Tuache, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamil at the Spagyrix. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery. After you've collected the serum, of course. Boing. Yes, sweetie. Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guards come for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in Dreamland. Thank you. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you, it's bitter as sin. Princess Kiss, they call it, but if you ask me, it should be Crone's Kiss. Hee hee hee. Jests aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to Dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Okay. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Now, just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Okay, miss. I think you need to find a new hobby. Yes, what do you require of me? An Amara to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you will have to go by foot. But wait. There might be another way, assuming you are willing to lend a hand. We're busy work. I was about to deliver an Amara to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good. I shall ready the Amara for departure at once. God. Radiska's Round is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry, and she will give you further instructions. If you should become separated from the Amara, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well. Yay, we're on an Amara. I love them. This is literally the only reason I want to get all of my classes to level 80 at least, is because then you get an Amara mount. And I need it! Like I need oxygen. It's so scrunkly. Oh, you're delivering that Amara to us? I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we required here. Instead, this one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see it to the handler on duty, Zeli van Tho. If you encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll set you rightwise. Okay. Whee. God, I was just thinking about, like, characters I really like for no reason. And there's a difference, like, in the characters I like. I mean, like, Morin. I like Morin. I think he's very cute. But the way I would speak about him, just in those really weird ways, like, I just wanna, like, tuck him into a little matchbox bed like he's a little mouse, you know? That kind of thing. Meanwhile, Xenos, I just want to put him in a jar and, like, shake him. Ah, the last tomorrow. My thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. I just want to pick up Xenos with my teeth and, like, shake him like a dog shakes its toy. Say, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Ha, so that's the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Ostal Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. So it seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'll not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. Okay, ma'am. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you know well, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them, a task I am sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see it to 4 of the beasts. Dismissed. Oh, you're right, I will enjoy it. Absolutely. The more time I get to look at them, the better. Hello, beastie. Wee, wee, wee. The Amaro happily devours the fodder. Glee? Glee. The Amaro absent-mindedly munches on the fodder. They have such personalities. Glee, 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 glee. The Amaro is wary at first, but appetite eventually wins out and it accepts the fodder. Oh, they're so cute! Little camel birds. I love them. Gui? The Amaro reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. But, oh, there she is. Please, Veronica. The Amaro are fed. Good. The rest have already been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of their preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. That's a big ol' watchtower. Luckily, we can fly all the way to the top. Hey, another vista. Just quickly look out. There we go. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready. During the operation, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and ability will be unaffected. Okay, so basically we'll be wearing the guard outfit. I fucking hate it! want to be fashion.
Keep moving.
My baby girl.
What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
You're gonna be... Sound the alarm!
Yes, kill. It does make Vasha look handsome.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Such pretty eyes. Yes. Killing and attacking and fighting. Let's go! The first contingent has already entered. Let us follow. Alphino, Alice, hello.
For the Crystarium!
There you are, Dwashe. Mayhap you could lend a hand. Reinforcements! We need reinforcements! Great. My men will occupy the enemy while we rescue the Oracle. Come. We keep close to the wall. Okay, okay. No problem. Alize! My Goyle! They're here too! To arms! To arms! They're panicking hardcore. Damn, let's make this quick. You certainly took your time. Let's cut a path through the rabble and keep moving. Your zeal is admirable, sister, but we were told to avoid enemy attention, not invite it. We do not have time. Leave them to the guard. Yulmar may boast the world's largest army, but woman for woman, we are no less mighty. Intruders, stop them! Ah, not again!
Leave this!
Crystarium scum! Go, Lena, go, Lena, go. Go, Lena, go, Lena, go. This is no token force. They were serious about invading.
Let's give them a show!
You can stand, you can fight. Push them back. There are still more standing than I would have liked. But we must press on regardless. The longer we take, the harder our task will become.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
I know, I'll tell you this. We don't seem to be getting anywhere. Flushshade, Lena, go on ahead. We'll hold them here. Understood. With me, Dwarshade. The way is relatively clear. Good. You snooze, you lose, dude. There she is. Quickly, free her. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Baby Goyle. Acquired. Ooh. Let's rejoin the others and quit this place. All this trouble because of me. I'm so sorry. Save your apologies until after we've escaped. It's quiet. Too quiet. Is that Ranjit? This will not end well. Uh-oh. Big bad guy. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. Let's find out. You will return to Yulmore. No, I won't go back to that cell. It's for your own protection. Ah! Pathetic. Hey, dude, leave her alone. Are you alright? I'm fine. I just can't move. Stay there while I tend to these vermin. The tales do not lie. He is fierce beyond reckoning. We are outmatched. We cannot maintain this onslaught forever. Be prepared to run. You will do no such thing. What? Leave my children alone. You son of a bitch. And now it's just you and me. Ugh, be careful, Dwarshay. You are made of sterner stuff than the rest. But will it be enough? Maybe. Cuckoo mats, do my bidding. It seems you are no ordinary soldier. Yeah, no duh. I'm a warrior of darkness. You are persistent. That I will allow. This guy. I have your measure now. The game is up.
It's over.
Ow. Know your folly. No. Oh, I guess I do. That's a cool dragon bow.
You, boy. You bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Let's go!
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am? What?
pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Teleportation.
Break!
Oh no, I dropped my phone. It's probably loud, sorry.
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
Yeah! AKA my favorite area. Oh, who's that guy?
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Keep dreaming, bucko.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like one to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting sin eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Urianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Yulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish two things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
Be nice to her.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Poor thing.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let's have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Ooh. Very, 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 very. Ilmeg is a fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fae folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Oh boy. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lida Laran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Oh. Sorry, Thancred, you now also have shared custody with me. I don't make the rules. Baby girl acquired. Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun. In which case... Touché, there is a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furled tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all of this later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Searching the scrub, you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. Ooh, a visitor! Where are you from, pray tell? ... Perhaps this one is hard of hearing. Ahem! What brings you here? ... Ah, stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Hee hee hee, stay a while, stay forever. Your body begins to feel heavy. Ugh. I'm so slow now. Fey magics have taken hold and your will is not entirely your own. Ooh. Thancred, help me. I take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Here you go. Yes, that is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixies' veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
No! We're found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
They're so cute.
Look, twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Lee, with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in El Meg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we? Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger, Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
They're so cute. Ooh, look at me, look at me. I have a task for you. Lida Loran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So, here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Okay. Oh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. Yeah, this is another one of those instances when there's multiple quests and you can only accept one at a time in New Game Plus mode. Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Verbert or Bovert or some such. But the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here, and we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Yeah? You're done sowing the seeds. Thank you. This shall help Lida Laurent live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that man had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fae folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring, This is our home, and it could be yours too. Forever and ever and ever. Oh, I'm so hungry I might faint. Fruit, a little fruit will set me right. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens. A bug comes stumbling down with the fruit. Oh god. A bug comes stumbling down with the fruit. What? No! Oh, so hungry. Did you get the fruit? Oh, thank you ever so much. You saved me. Yes, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. Hee 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 hee. Ah, you've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things, hate, hate, hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. Fair. I guess. Mortal, mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leafmen you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you'll need to go to Longmirror Lake to draw water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Fuath make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. Fun. Yeah, I don't even mind it. Oh, look, Fuath! You want water? We'll give you a lungful. Okay. Little froggies! Look at them! So adorable, so polite. Blip. It's okay, they're just sleeping. Don't worry about it. Look away. Yeah. Hit them with the flat part of my blade. No worries. Just go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. You've given water to our children. Thank you ever so much. They are all very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmag as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. You? Uh-huh. Hey, Thancred, I changed my mind. I want to go home. How goes it, Dwashe? So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. Oh! Oh no! Ah, how long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is always the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the pixies. They are born from the soul of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However the pixies may have come into being, if we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures. But where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Ooh. What? You knew a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this Feoul, if you please. Let's... Alright, I gotta type some stuff. Say Feoul. Oh, I have to stand there. A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about her lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, she may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Okay. I have to say... Please, Feoul, I need you. Ah. Why can I not say it? Say... Why is it not working? Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log could do with more fire. Yeah, just copy and paste this bench. Oh, loveliest of branches, please grant me your succor.
Summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Tosha's like, my bad.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke. But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
God, Alphino, you need to really learn when to shut up.
Well. If it isn't Feoul, the mold field, it's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village. cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
Vale is a little crazy, and I love it. Wow! It's so beautiful!
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Okay. Okay, Theo. I understand. For Alphino and Alice's sake, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Yay, we're going to see Urianger. I'm gonna put my chat back to party mode. Because it's always such a party with me around. He of the amazing makeover. He who stole my outfit. And there we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. He's such a theater kid.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Astrologian.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Handsome.
Run along, Minfilia. We'll meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already? That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Oh, Alpha don't know how to say it what she said.
were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th Umbral Calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's a chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source.
Yay!
As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilneg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leanne, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Yay! My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? did you take up astrology? Indeed. Though the night be lost, behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not that the stars still shine. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter the we must needs gain the Pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Dwache, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a falcon known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. I love that he asked, like, so, what do you think of my new clothes? That's so cute! I assign you Skrunkly as well. Alright, go have fun with your boyfriend. Pop. What are you wearing? Oh, it's the same person. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? Ah, truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile. Oh, jammies.
'Tis done. The Pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget. White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
Thank you.
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
So smart.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
Oh.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, Its limitations saw fit to accompany me, which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
They are so... Thancred and Urianger are so married. They're raising their little daughter, Minfilia, together.
Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Flashback!
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end?
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
He holds the book like that too.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Leader Leanne.
Oh, I forgot about this part. Actually hit me pretty hard. Big feels. Oh, I love Minfilia so much. Yeah. Ooh. Telepathic hooks back. Oops. Didn't mean to tab out. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fate custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. One funny thing to lift the mood that I just realized is, or just remembered, is that you can do little side quests in this area, and you can like find out that pixies are saying like, oh, we gotta prank Urianger. And apparently Urianger has been like really figuring the pixies out, because he's been going like, oh no, not the boiled water with the leaves in it. Ugh, I hate it, but I must drink it. Ugh, this tea is disgusting. Blah. And they keep bringing him more tea and snacks and stuff, because he says that he hates it. It's so funny. You're a smart boy. So, what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Leagia. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? So that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady. By circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turned them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name, naught remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic, to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course. Custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Fuath, the stone scepter is with the Numu, and the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us hie to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the Fuath. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. So, here's the thing. Spoilies, but not real spoilies. We have a dungeon coming up. And and that's that in combination with the cutscenes that play after it are most likely gonna take like another 40 minutes. But we have another 20 minutes of stream left, so should we save it for just do the little prerequisites and save the actual dungeon for next time? Okay, no problem. Then we'll just finish up this part until we get to the dungeon. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. Not sure. What? Not exactly sure how the gate works. But if the Fuath are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Oh! I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Urianger? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Oh boy. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. You too, Urianger, that you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, aren't we a lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals. What a treat! Aye, my comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg a loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, of course. You may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh ho ho, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us. For we Fuath, it's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate, and come hither to our domain, Don Meg. In your tongue, it means forbidden realm. Sounds forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water, our home wrought of ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through. Give us thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Alright, let's see what everyone else has to say, and then we'll finish up for today. I can fight too. I promise I won't be a burden. When we sally forth, allow me to lead the van. Bearing the brunt is my specialty these days. While I was in Imperial territory, I learned how to wield the gunblade, but I subsequently let my skills go to rust for want of the ability to replenish my own ammunition. When I decided to rescue Minfilia, however, I knew I needed a more defensively minded style, so I placed a special order at the Crystalline Mean, and the rest is history. 'Twas never like to be simple. Hard though it may seem to believe, the Fuath's love of games surpasseth even that of the pixies. And in the name of their games, full many men have drowned. We must needs take all care if we are to avoid meeting a watery end. So they desire sport. It seems safe to say we must proceed fully prepared. I'll take sport over pixie chores. Let's give the Fuath what they want. Yeah, another one of those little quirks that I talked about with Alizé always immediately spamming Limit Break whenever it becomes available is that when Thancred is tank and Minfilia is not in the party, he will not use any of his like casting abilities for the Gunbreaker because he has no magic ammo because she's not there. And Minfilia will... I don't think Minfilia will ever use Limit Break. She leaves that to you. Or to the other character if Alizé is there. But yeah, sorry Thancred, I'm the resident tank, so you're not gonna be in my party when I go in. I'm thinking going Alizé, Urianger, Minfilia, which is pretty much the only combination I have left. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. Gonna scroll on over to stream ending. Woo! Lots of really beautiful moments, really sad moments, fun reunions with characters. Yeah, I knew you were gonna love this. And let me see on the mission list. Keys to the castle. Oh boy, I have to get prepared probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. The first trial is going to probably be next stream. Which is going to be next week. Probably Monday again. Yeah, because I technically could stream on Friday, but on Friday Elden Ring comes out and I need it in my life. So I'm gonna be playing that all night probably. So yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying Fable shit with me. And crying together with me. And I will see you next time with more Fable shit. Goodbye, goodbye!